Hello everyone, Arlisha here and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the process of 3 small paintings. These were done for my patrons over on Patreon for the month of July. Oftentimes when I paint, I talk about the strong connection between how I'm feeling mentally and emotionally and how my paintings turn out. This comes up when we discuss art block or what my paintings mean to me, and I often tell you all that I have a lot of trouble painting when I'm not in the right headspace. So whether I'm having lots of issues with anxiety, or I'm stressed, or I'm just not feeling very creative, and I've told you all a lot in the past that I usually can't paint during those times. And this week I have not been feeling great. It's partly just my normal anxiety struggle, but also stresses with just some things, just stages of life, normal things that have to happen, but it doesn't necessarily make them less stressful. And there's just a few things that are all kind of happening at once right now, and it's usually one of those times when my work ends up focusing more on administrative things like answering emails or packing orders and prepping Patreon rewards, that sort of thing, and it's not super creative time. But I wanted to experiment today and just see what would happen if I did try to paint, if I did try to draw. And it was an uphill battle, I'll say, just to muster up the energy to want to pick up the pencil and to want to lay down the paint and to think about, okay, what colors do I want this to be? And really, if you struggled mentally in any way, I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. So the day that I painted these I wasn't feeling very inspired. It was definitely a day where a version of myself with less willpower would have just eaten a bunch of tater tots and laid on the couch all day. But I wanted to make art. I wanted to make a video, and I didn't want to fall behind. So I know this doesn't sound super exciting or inspiring, just letting you guys know where I was at the time. And the result is kind of a strange thing. I think that all of my paintings have their own merit in certain ways, and I would definitely be interested to hear what you think of them when we get to the end. For me personally, this first one is my favorite, as I had the clearest idea before I started what I wanted from it, and the other two were surprises. I didn't really know what to expect from them because I didn't have much of an idea in mind. So when they were finished, it wasn't like reaching a goal. It was just more like coming out of a clearing and not knowing where you are. It's still a beautiful place, but you weren't expecting to be there, but mostly because I wasn't expecting to be anywhere, if that makes sense. I know this is sounding a little bit strange, but hopefully you guys can relate. I would love to be able to wrap this up by saying, and in the end, I discovered this, or in the end, I was grateful for having done this because of whatever. I think in the end, I'm happy that I completed these paintings because it was work that needed to get done, and I always enjoy doing what I get to do, and I'm so grateful that this is my job. But I don't think I'm out of that clearing yet, just because mentally I'm still in it, which again, it's fine. It's normal. It's something that lots of people go through, and I have a fantastic support system, so please don't worry or anything like that. That's definitely not the point of this video. But for me, I can't see through the mental state to appreciate just the art objectively. So I would love to hear what you all think about these paintings. Can you see what can you see in them? I don't want to lead you in one way or the direction, but let me know what you see in these pieces. I would love to hear from you. I hope that overall this video can mostly just be a reflective thing, like I always say, a snapshot, something to look back on to see where I was at this particular time, on this particular day, and just, I guess, a reminder that it's okay to not feel great, and it's okay for things to not have to be perfect and polished to be shareable. and sometimes you don't have to share. I know that's a big struggle of mine, is I struggle a lot with associating myself with certain things, especially in terms of mental health, because I don't want to romanticize the idea of mental struggles. It's a real thing, it's a difficult thing, and it's a fine line to walk, especially when you have an online audience, an online platform, between obviously I don't want to capitalize on anything like this, and at the same time I want to be honest, and I want to reach out in whatever way I can to any of you who may be having a hard time. So I guess what I'm really trying to say is it's okay, and you're okay, and it'll be okay. I know that sounds corny, but that's where I'm at, and that's where we are at. I will leave links to all of the materials that I used for this video in the description of this video. Video. Say that a couple more times. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm gonna let you just, enjoy the rest, however much is left. And I will talk to you next week. As always, it's so nice to just sit down, and even just recording these voiceovers feels like having conversations with you guys, and I love that. So thank you for hanging out with me in this virtual space. As always, a huge thank you to my members on YouTube and my patrons on Patreon. This is the updated list of Patreon producers for the month of June, so thank you so much to everyone for your support. I truly do appreciate any and all support so much. Alright, I will talk to you all next week, and take care of yourselves, and okay, bye bye.